Okay, so I said we are going to talk about the interconvertibility between those scales, right? Yes, we are going to talk about them. Now, but we are going to use a more generalized approach, because once you know the generalized approach, then those formulas are going to come in naturally. Okay, they will come in naturally. So I'm not going to give you formulas here. I'm going to give you an approach that can be used to generate that word formula. So you see that if you learn this approach, you don't even need the formula. All you just need to do is write down everything that is given to you in that question, and everything will just fall into place. Okay, so that is what we are going to be doing here. And what we are also doing will help you to solve questions that are not even temperature only dependent, because sometimes in questions they can bring other properties that vary with temperature. Okay, they can bring other properties and they are trying to compare those things with temperature. So for example, I can compare resistance and temperature. I can compare pressure and temperature. So using this calibration technique, we can solve any of those problems. So let's see how that is done. So say we have two thermometers, okay? Or maybe one thermometer and one physical property that changes with temperature. So say we have two thermometers. I'm just going to call it, or assume that they are thermometers for now, okay? But just know that either of them can be any other thing other than thermometers, okay? So let's see what happens. If I have a thermometer, so remember I said for the scales that there are two important temperatures that are very important. And what are those two important temperatures? The upper fixed point and lower fixed point. Okay, so let's assume that the upper fixed point of this one is B, and the lower fixed point here is A. The lower fixed point here is X. This one is Z. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that for this particular scale, so let's call this scale 1, and this is scale 2. So for this particular scale, water will freeze at a temperature of A, or at a property A, and then water will boil at a property B. And then for this scale 2, water will freeze at X and boil at Z. That is what it means. Now, so A and X are equivalent, B and Z are equivalent. Then we can now compare C and Y. We can now compare C and Y. So for us to be able to do this, all we just need to do is use the ratio that's small interval, okay, small interval divided by large interval is a constant. Okay, so small interval divided by large interval is a constant. Now what do I mean by small interval? Small interval is from middle to bottom. This is small interval. Okay, from here to here is small interval. Then from here to here is the large interval. That is what we mean by that. So small interval over large interval is a constant. So it doesn't change. It's always a constant. So what do we do? What is my small interval here? So C is a value. So I will say C minus A. That is my small interval. Divided by my large interval is B minus A. So my large interval is B minus A. This is going to be equal to, do the same thing here. What is my small interval? Y minus X. All over my large interval here is Z minus X. And with this, I have gotten a method. This is basically what we do in temperature calibration or thermometer calibration. Okay, so in real life scenario, C is a value, B is a value, A is a value, Y is a value, Z is a value, and X is a value. Okay, so this is what we are going to be doing whenever a question is given to us. So we'll use it and obtain whatever we are looking for. Now, these letters might not make lots sense, but we are going to look at examples and use those examples to make more sense of what we just did. So make sure you take this as a note. Then in the next video, we'll start solving questions. See you in the next video.